Hello everyone and welcome back. There was a lot of interesting stuff going on last weekend and I wanted to make a little bit of a talking video just to update you guys. So for our first story, we're going to talk about Mori Calliope and Trash Taste Podcast. For those of you who didn't see the video, I did predict that Mori Calliope would be on the Trash Taste Podcast, and last weekend they did. Trash Taste Podcast is one of my favorite podcasts, and I watch it every week. I watch a lot of podcasts, and 2020 has affected a lot of them. COVID-19 has forced a lot of them to work from home, and working from home means they record the podcast through Discord or online, and it's still a lot of fun to watch, but Trash Taste is really different because Trash Taste is recorded in a studio in the same room, which allows the conversations to be a lot more genuine and a lot more fun and interesting. And that's why I really like watching the Trash Taste podcast. So last week, Calli was the guest on Trash Taste, and it was one of my favorite episodes so far because they did something different for this episode. It was a premiere, not a video. Now, usually the Trash Taste podcast is uploaded as a video, and it's super fun to watch the podcast with the boys super late at night and just rant about food and traffic and anime and all that stuff. But last week, the episode was a premiere. And I think that's what made that episode really, really fun for me, is it was a premiere video, which means that there was a chat log, and that, like Twitch, like a live stream, we could comment live. So like in the first 5 minutes, it was a lot of fun because they opened up the show with Calli and introduced Calli, and we were all like, yay, Calli is here. Everyone in the chat was super happy and super excited, and was like, oh, this is kind of weird. How the hell have they done this 2D Calli setup, which was really interesting, by the way. And it was super funny to watch, like, Connor and Giguk, play back and forth and be like, Giguk looks so nervous right now, and Connor doesn't understand VTubers at all. It was super fun to watch that podcast with the chat live. Watching it live was a lot of fun, and if you watch that episode of the podcast, you can find my name in the chat. I comment a couple of things, but not too much. So that episode was a lot of fun, and I genuinely think it was one of the best. It was one of the best podcasts yet because of the live aspect. And hopefully Trash Taste does that more, because it was super fun to have like a live comment feed as the podcast was going. And it was just really different than the other episodes, but I love all the episodes and all the collab episodes, so I really enjoy Trash Taste, and the last week's episode with Mori Calliope was really, really interesting and really fun, and it was just such a great episode. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It was really cool, and you're really missing out. Let's move on to the second story that I have to talk about. The second story I have to talk about is about Unus Annus being deleted. Unus Annus was a YouTube channel created by Ethan and Mark, Crank Gameplays and Markiplier, to create videos every day for a year, and then at the end of that year, delete all the content on the channel and remove it in its entirety. And it hit its 1 year mark during the weekend, and they had a 25-hour live stream for all the memories, and at the end of it, they deleted the channel. And during that time period, Twitter and many fans on Twitter spoke out about Unus Annus and how much they were going to grieve, and after it was deleted, there was a lot of grieving as well. So in the story is about Unus Annus and its impact. A lot of people were sad to see Unus Annus go. A lot of people are talking about the YouTube history basically, that Unus Annus had given, the fact that they had created this channel and finally, after all of this time, got rid of it during the live stream. And I personally watched the live stream. I hopped in for a little bit. There was 900,000 people watching. It was really cool. And I was like, it would be really cool if they got 1 million people watching the live stream right now. And at the when the clock struck around midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning, I can't remember, there was 1.5 million people watching as Unus Annus was deleted. And that is really cool. That's really impressive. I gotta have, that is certainly nothing to scoff at. But I want to take a couple of perspectives. I think this perspective of appraisal is, I gotta praise Markiplier and Ethan and Amy for working as hard as they did for Unus Annus. They did. They never gave up. They said 2020 was the best year for Unus Annus and the content they were making, and I think that's probably true. They really didn't give up and made, honestly, some of the videos with some of the highest production value on the YouTube platform, but they really just shot it out of the park. All the expectations were shattered. They made some videos on Unus Annus were really wacky and weird. Some of them looked like filler content. If you're familiar with anime, they did look like filler, but that's okay because there were also really good videos that they did put a lot of time into, and all of the community was really engaged in it, and I think that's what matters. So for that stuff and all of the stuff they achieved, it's really good that Unus Annus was here, and the impact it made on the community, even if it was a small little bubble of Unus Annus, it was something unique to them and something that we'll always remember. Now, well, hopefully remember. The appraisal, my praise kind of stops there, because I do want to talk about the themes. The theming of Unus Annus was honestly a really cool concept. It was all, the channel name, of course, is a reference to 1 year. It's pretty cool, right? And they made their whole mantra of Memento Mori was a very powerful, it wasn't just powerful, but it was something, it was very prominent. That's the word I'm looking for. Memento Mori was very prominent in all of their videos, and I think they pushed it really hard, and that's something I'm like totally with them. I'm totally with them on that. But I'm gonna take a different perspective here. I'm gonna take my praise down and my cynical side up, because I'm a little bit of a cynic, and I think all of the praise that Unus Annus is getting is kind of a little weird, a little unfounded. Maybe I'm unfounded. I'm definitely a bit of a cynic in that way, because so many people are like, Unus Annus is gonna, the impact that Unus Annus made was crazy and was so important, and they're like Unus Annus was the #1 special. Unus Annus was so unique. Nothing on YouTube had ever been done like this before. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The concept of starting a channel, putting videos on that channel, and then deleting it has been done before. To me, that doesn't sound very unique. And I praised the idea of Memento Mori. I think they did a great job thematically with the black and white and the Unus Annus and the clock. They did a great job on those themes. But I have to say, personally, did we need a reminder that we're going to die? Memento Mori, remember death, right? I don't even think that's the correct translation, but the whole concept of remember remembering that you will die at some point, that we all live once, that you eventually you will die, and that the memories you and all the time that you spent is finite. That time is finite, and then you have to take what you've got. Did we need a reminder? Did we need to be told that we're gonna die? What kind of people didn't know that? What kind of people needed memento mori to tell them that they will die? Yeah, I know. I know we only live once. I know that I could wake up and die tomorrow. I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do. I don't really get why the whole message of Unus Annus was powerful, because I don't think I needed a rain check and a little bit of a knock on wood to be like, hey, remember, you're gonna die. I know I'm gonna die. You know, in that kind of cynical perspective, in the kind of negative light, I don't really see the point of Unus Annus. I do get the point. I just don't think it's very original. I think what Unus Annus did on to praise them, they did do a fantastic job, and I think it's because Ethan and Mark are very popular. They were able to build such a good community, but on one side on one side of the coin I want to praise them, and on the other I want to ask, was Unus Annus really that important in the first place? Let me know in the comments down below. I have certainly mixed feelings on the deletion of the channel. And in the end, we knew that this was going to happen. We knew that Unus Annus was going to be deleted. Remember when PewDiePie said he was going to delete his channel at 50 million subs? He got to 50 million subs, and he deleted Jacksepticeye 3 or 2 or whatever. He deleted his channel, Jacksepticeye 3 or 2. Which, yeah, that's pretty much not the same. That's not the same thing as Unus Annus, but to me it sounds similar enough. The whole idea of deleting the channel and then it's gonna be gone. Like, I don't know. It definitely, I feel like there's something to it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and how you feel about Unus Annus's deletion and the impact that it had on you. And we will move on into the third and final story that I have to talk about before we say goodbye. So I want to keep the third story short and sweet. Once again, this is a personal story that happened to me and in my own life, in my own little personal life that you may not have known. In fact, you couldn't possibly have known, since I haven't made any video about it. I recently, if you guys didn't know, I do play a lot of Fire Emblem Heroes, and last month they released Resplendent Sheeta and Resplendent Lucina and Marth. I've got those all backwards, but they released Marth and revealed Lucina, and I bought the Feh Pass for the first time. So in Fire Emblem, I bought the little subscription thing. I sold my soul. I never said I was gonna buy Feh Pass. Feh Pass came out like a year ago or earlier this year in 2020. So it came out 10, 11 months ago, and I never said I was gonna buy Feh Pass, but Resplendent Sheeta and Resplendent Marth looked really cute together, so I did end up buying the Feh Pass. I wanted the stat bonuses, and I wanted to buy Resplendent Eliwood as well. So I ended up buying the Feh Pass, and I have Resplendent Sheeta, I have Resplendent Eliwood, and I have Resplendent Marth as well. And it's really cool. I think I did build Eliwood and Sheeta to +10. I just have not made the video about them yet. I'm having some trouble building their movesets, their A, B, C, and S slots. I'm having some trouble with the move slots, and I actually ran out of resources to build them. So I'm currently in the works of making that little +10 video for Faye. I'm kind of also expecting to do a legendary summoning. I think it's a mythic. I think it's Triandra this month. So I'm expecting to do a summoning video at the end of November. If you guys want more Fire Emblem content, that is going to be later this month. And hopefully I can get some orbs from Fey Pass, and I don't think I'm going to be like using Fey Pass too much. I didn't think I was going to buy it. I just wanted to buy Fey Pass once to get Resplendent Eliwood, because Eliwood has such a good refine, and I really liked Sheeta's design. So that is going to wrap up the third story about Fey Pass. Hopefully you guys didn't miss my videos for too long. I know I was gone for a little bit, but that's all the interesting stories that I have to talk about and catch you guys up on. If you guys did enjoy the little talking video, then hit the like button down below and tell me what you thought in the comments down below. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me in the future. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. See you guys.
Life beyond the shore, just out of reach. Yet the waters ever change.